Hi, this is Mike Regan with TransAct's 2-Minute Warning for the week of November 21st. And in this week's 2-Minute Warning, we're looking at how the situation with the railroads and the ports could affect your supply chain. A couple of weeks ago in a 2-Minute Warning, we talked about things that could really wallop your supply chain, and included in that 2-Minute Warning was a list of 4 things that should be on your radar screen. Each one of these 4 things could be very significant. Now we've since updated that to 5 things that should be on your radar screen. About 10% of you took advantage of that. You went to transact.com, downloaded it. We got a ton of favorable comments. The 90% of you that haven't yet downloaded it, I can't help but ask, what are you thinking? It has a bunch of great information. What were those 5 things? The fact that there is no contract between the railroads and their unions, the fact that there is no contract between the International Longshoremen Warehouse Union and the Pacific Maritime Association that would impact the West Coast ports. We talked about the fact that AB 5 is out there. Even though the state of California hasn't yet been rigorous in enforcing it, it's looming as a large factor for the future. Then we looked at UPS, the fact that UPS could be on strike this summer as the contract between the Teamsters and UPS expires. And the 5th thing that we added was what's going on with the diesel market. Folks, we could go on and on, but in this 2-minute warning, we really want to focus in on the railroads and the ports, because never before have we seen 2 potential labor disputes mushroom into strikes for 2 of our major modal sectors, the railroads and the ports. Now, for those of you who are saying, I really don't ship a lot via rail or even via ocean or ports, why should I worry? Folks, we're living in an interconnected supply chain, and that means that there's a lot of truck traffic that moves on the rails, and there's a lot of trucking associated with port activity, whether it's the inland drayage moves. We could go on and on, but let's cut right to the chase. There are things that you need to ask yourself about what will happen if we see a rail disruption after December 10th, which could happen. You'll also have to ask what will happen if we see more local union activity affect the West Coast ports, if we shut them down. Now, there are things that you can do, there are things that you should be doing, and some of those things we addressed in a great webcast last week with Dr. Chris Caplice and Kevin Smith when we talked about sourcing strategies, where they highlighted the fact that you must be aware of market conditions and how it can cause changes in your operations. The second thing you need to ask is whether or not you're going to pursue relationships with your carriers or be transactional and simply look for the least cost carrier. Could have big ramifications in the future. And then the third thing you need to understand is how these contracts and spot markets are affecting capacity overall. Got a ton of stuff. If you want more information, give us a call here at TransAct. We can help you out, because with each and every 2-minute warning, we're here to remind you we are on your team. We're here to help, and we're passionate about seeing you be successful. Thanks for your time.